So hello everybody, my name is Dave Foley and I am with Hasmark Publishing International, and my special guest here today is Andrew King, and we're going to be talking about his new book, A Visual Journey to Alaska. So Andrew, tell me about your book. It's a visual journey to Alaska. There's a lot of pictures. It's a beautiful book. What made you decide to create a book, this visual representation of a journey to Alaska?
Well, during this COVID time, I know people are always trying to find the bright side of the COVID, and I know cruising is going to be one of the biggest pieces when travel comes back, since they're already saying bookings are already up 75% for 2021.
Wow. Yeah, I could see that. You know, we're all cooped up, we're all isolated, and as soon as we can, we want to get out. So let's go on a cruise. Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what inspired you to write the book? Like what's the genesis behind all that?
Well, I want people to be able to, once COVID's over, to get out and explore and see new places in the world. And one of the best places to go and see by cruise ship would be the whole area of Alaska, and seeing new places, experience new things, and see things you've never seen before.
You know, Alaska's, I mean, there's a lot of places you can't even get to by road. So you were saying the other day about the only way to get there is by plane or by ship, by cruise.
Yeah, that's the only way in and out of Alaska's, with the exception of one area that connects into the Yukon territory of Canada.
Really? Wow, that's interesting. So that's still kind of the wild frontier out there, or up there. It's a beautiful book. It's got a lot of beautiful pictures in it, and I understand you took all the pictures?
Yeah, I took them all on my journeys up there to Alaska and capturing the memories during all these trips up.
Journeys? How many journeys have you taken up to Alaska?
3.
Wow. Okay. I've seen the book. It's a beautiful book. They've got beautiful pictures. And as you said, you've been there 3 times now.
Yeah.
As a reader, okay, I'm picking up the book and I'm looking at this beautiful book for the first time. Mm-hmm. What are you hoping the reader will take away from your book?
The reader should be getting from this about going to a new place and seeing something they haven't seen before, and taking the time to actually enjoy that area of going up to Alaska and seeing glaciers.
Oh yeah. And
the wildlife, like the American bald eagle up there.
Oh yeah, it sounds very inspirational.
It is. It's very inspirational.
All right. Now see, that makes me want to take a cruise to Alaska now. Absolutely. So the cruise ship experience, is that something we need to be concerned about at this time?
I think once the proper authorities and everybody works together, everything should go smoothly when they return with proper testing, vaccines, and being able to properly take the right precautions for people to still go and enjoy an amazing holiday. Like a prime example currently, Europe's already started back with cruising. Yes, they had a few bumps in the road, but they have found safe ways to already start back already.
Okay, because I know that'll be a concern, at least right now. But yeah, everybody's trying to get over it and everybody wants to sort of go back to normal.
Yeah.
I would think, but we have to do that safely. So obviously the tourist industry needs to account for that. So what kind of measures are they taking? Like if they're doing this in Europe?
Yeah, they're already doing it in Europe. Like I know from some of the articles I've currently read that they're doing testing when you get to the port. They take temperature checks daily.
Okay.
They keep kind of the groups kind of together during outings outside the cruise ship.
COVID will pass, right?
Once
And
they get a proper vaccine.
right. So your book is fairly timely, because what you're doing is you're planting seeds for people for the adventure of going to Alaska, and as soon as we can, people are going to want to follow up with that,
Yeah.
right? So like you were saying, the tourist industry in general, all over the world, like Europe and North America, we want to get back to normal. We want to get people back on the boats, back in the ships, back to the restaurants and into the towns, because these towns live for that.
Especially Alaska, they heavily rely on the whole tourist industry
Yeah.
and the cruising industry, because this is how more than 70% of people up there rely on their income for life, and how they see the world through their eyes is that they can't survive without the cruising industry helping them.
Right. Is there any other types of travel that you particularly deal with or ever talk about?
I've taken journeys across the Atlantic, down to Australia, into New Zealand, and exploring all these different areas and experience the different lifestyles that people live, and just the beauties of all the different cities and places I've seen.
So you're a world traveler, clearly.
Yes.
And so you're writing your book. This particular book, I know you have other books either coming or you've already written about travel.
In the process.
Yeah. So this is just the first of many, and you're building this repertoire of books based on many years of experience as a world traveler, and the common sense of what you're bringing to the table, and all, of course, all the beautiful photographs that you've taken. Wow. I think that's very good. How can people get a hold of you?
The best way they can reach out is through my Instagram account, Cruise Pics by Kinger, and that's how they can reach out to me.
Cruise Pics by
Kinger, Kinger. I would say one of the other big things that people can do is, when cruising comes back, give it a chance and take your own thoughts into it, and don't let others judge your travel plans. Make your own safe decisions for yourself in this time.
Right. And go have a great cruise.
Yeah. And see the world.
Yeah. The opposite of being secluded.
Yeah.
and bottled up in your own home. Yeah. Okay, excellent. I think that's a wrap.
Okay.
Thank you.